From a small plane crash that took out an entire family to one of the deadliest crashes in U.S. history, here are the top 5 most shocking airplane crashes in U.S. history. Number 5. The 1960s DC-8 crash. On December 1960, a chartered DC-8 was carrying 52 people from New York to the Dominican Republic. But shortly after takeoff, the plane started to shake violently. As it reached a height of 17,000 feet, the pilots fought to control the aircraft as they had no idea what was happening. They managed to land the plane safely, but not before it had crashed into a house, killing 4 people on board and 4 on the ground. The pilots' quick reaction saved many lives, but it raised the question, what caused the crash? As it turned out, a bolt had come loose, causing a fuel line to rupture. And because of the turbulent weather, the fire from the ruptured line spread throughout the aircraft. It was a disaster waiting to happen. Luckily, the pilot was able to land the plane safely. No, 4. The Helios Airways Flight 522. On August 14, 2003, a Boeing 737 was supposed to be flying from Greece to Sweden. But shortly after takeoff, the crew realized they had a problem. The plane had lost pressurization. While trying to fix the problem, the pilots put the plane into a descent. But as the plane lost altitude, the crew and passengers were met with freezing temperatures. This caused all of the plane's electronics to fail, including the indicators that told the pilots how fast the plane was losing altitude. With no way to know how fast they were descending, the pilots struggled to regain control of the plane as it went down. And unfortunately, they weren't able to level off before the plane hit a mountain, killing 140 people. No, 3 Alaska Airlines Flight 261. On December 2000, a group of 6 people boarded a small plane in San Francisco for a flight to San Jose. The group had just finished their round of golf and were looking forward to a night of poker. But sadly, that night would end in tragedy. Shortly after takeoff, the plane started to shake violently, and then everything went black. The plane had crashed, and everyone on board had been killed. Investigators found out that the accident happened because the pilot was trying to fix the autopilot system while in flight. And because he was preoccupied with fixing the autopilot, he didn't realize that the plane had started to enter a dangerous dive. By the time he did realize what was happening, it was too late. Number 2. Transworld Airlines Flight 800. On July 1996, a Boeing 747 was flying from New York to Boston when suddenly it exploded in midair, killing all 230 people on board. At first, investigators thought that a terrorist attack had brought down the plane. But after examining the wreckage, they found that a center wing tank had exploded due to a short circuit, causing the plane to break up in midair. Number 1. American Airlines Flight 1420. On June 1994, a plane was supposed to be flying from Dallas to Chicago. But when the plane got close to the runway, it started to rain heavily.
Ouch.
The pilots decided to hold the plane in a holding pattern until the weather cleared. But shortly after, the pilots tried to make one final approach. But as they came in, they were met with even worse weather than before. The plane's instruments started to fail, and the pilots struggled to keep the plane in the air. As the weather outside worsened, the pilots put the plane into a go-around. But as the plane gained altitude, it clipped the trees, causing it to lose a wing. The plane continued to fall and ultimately crashed into a neighborhood, killing 137 people.